Hey everyone, my name is Doc. I'm one of the founders of Kleur Studios, and today we're talking about when do you want to hire a professional videographer versus when you want to do it yourself video. Professional video production is expensive. There's a lot of equipment involved. There is often multiple people involved. The expenses can range from, 1,500 for a shoot to 5 to 10 to 20,000, depending on, all the different elements that go into it. How many locations? Do you need hair and makeup? Are we storyboarding beforehand? Do we have to go through the scripting process, et cetera, et cetera. There can be a lot that goes into it, but even the simplest productions can be quite expensive. So when should you hire a professional and when should you do it yourself, or when can you get away with doing it yourself? I think it's a pretty easy question to answer in most cases, because it's determined by one simple concept, which is the video in question something that is going to live in a high value place, or is it one video of many? If we're talking about the splash video on your website, the first thing that your customer is going to see when they come to your website, that is something that is sitting in a very high value place. And you can immediately see a good video, a great video, can have a very positive impact, whereas even more importantly, a poorly made video, a poor quality video, will have a very negative impact on the customer experience. If they come to your website and the first thing they see is a lousy video, they're going to immediately distrust you and probably just go away right then and there. So, if we're talking about that splash video, if we're talking about 4 to 5 to however many different videos on different parts of your website that are each serving a specific function, it's important, when they're on the, product page and you're showing them the product demo, that's a very important video, right? Whether you have one product or you have 100 products, those product demos are important. But that brings us to the other side of the equation. Is it one of many videos? If we're talking about product videos and you have a lot of products, the cost calculus changes very quickly, right? If you have one product, then that product video is very important. And you may even say to yourself, oh, actually, we want multiple product videos for our one product, each showing a different use case or a different way of using the video or a different scenario where the video might be used, et cetera, et cetera. Those are high value videos. If you have 100 videos, well, now each individual video becomes less important because each individual product becomes less important. And so now your thought process is, how can I make 100 videos, 50 videos, 20, however many products you have, how do I make all of those videos at a price, in a budget, in a manner that makes sense for what I can afford and what I need, et cetera, et cetera. And so, depending on how many products that is, you're going to have to rethink it. But on the other side, if you're doing 20 product videos and, then you might be thinking, okay, I can't do 20 individual videos, each with a different location, each with a different actor, each with a different spokesperson. That just becomes logistically and budgetarily too much. But I can do a series of videos that kind of show each product in a very similar way with the same actor, demoing each video individually, but then we can kind of churn them out on a set over the course of a day or 2 days, or however long it takes. And now we're bringing that budget down in a way that makes sense. So that's one example of when, okay, the more video you need, the less you want to invest in each video. Along those same lines, let's talk about social media video. Social media is kind of the opposite of that website video where it's like 1 to 2 to 5 videos is all you want and need. Whereas, you know, with social media, 1 video, 5 videos, 10 videos, that really is nothing. And if you invest a lot of money in 5 videos and then say, okay, well, we did it, that's it, then you've really just wasted your money because that doesn't get you anywhere on social. The key to social is making content repeatably. You know, every week, maybe every day, you're putting up new videos. And now the cost of doing that with a professional, you know, video production team becomes exorbitant, and it's outside the realm of possibility for most businesses. If you're a medium business and you're looking at social and social is important to you, you need to figure out how can we create compelling video on the cheap. And when you combine it with the fact that actually that kind of run and gun, do-it-yourself style of video where you're just talking into the phone often does better than professional video, right? It's a real phenomenon. You know, the DIY video on social is better performing. So not only can you save money, it's actually more effective. Another reason you might be doing video is SEO for your website. And SEO depends on regularly updated content. You're adding content every week, multiple times a week. With SEO video, you might be targeting, okay, we want to add a video a week. Again, doing that with a professional production becomes, you know, very expensive, and you're not going to be getting the ROI you need from that kind of video. You need a process that is repeatable, that is not too expensive, but is effective. And so how can you do that? You have to figure out, how can I do these videos on repeat without spending too much money? Is it incorporating stock video with a voiceover? Is it like, there's a lot of ways that you can go about doing it. But again, a professional video production for every single SEO video is probably not what you want. So I hope that answers the question of when to do professional video production, when to do it yourself, when it makes sense for one or the other. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, go to our website and reach out. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for tuning in. I'll hopefully see you again soon.